Welcome back to Copper Star Precision, the channel dedicated to getting you more points at your competitive shooting matches, here with match footage from the June 2024 NRL Course of Fire. This is a match that took place at Ben Avery here this past weekend, and basically the last match before I head off to Nationals. So I'm trying to make sure everything is dialed in. Pretty tight race at the top here. Looks like third overall, second on the NRL stages, only dropping 3 points on the NRL stages. So let's just jump right into the match footage. First up, we have the pyramid stage. Pretty much employed the same strategy that I did earlier in the month, and it's going to be, the heavy fill medium on the fourth rung, and then the second rung, and then the other side, fourth rung. And I think you have more time than you think on this stage, just because it is the KYL rack. All the targets are in the same area, so follow-up shots should be relatively easy. So taking my time, getting good stable positions, and trying to make good hits.
Shooter ready?
Ready.
Stand by.
Fire.
Load ready. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm sleeping. Impact.
Alright, shooter ready.
Impact.
Bye.
Impact. Nice run, Cyrus. I got you for 6.
Thanks.
Next up, we have a club stage, 12-round stage, 2 different tank traps, basically 2 shots each, near to far, on each of the 6 tank trap tips. So a little bit more movement on here. That's why I took my schmedium bag and attached it to my Area 419 plate, just to make the transitions a little easier. One tip on tank traps is there usually, or there may be, one tip that's a little bit more wobbly than the others. So, just be aware of that. The tank trap might tip down or dip depending on how much weight you put on one of those tips. There's usually one that's a little wobbly, so just make sure you account for that. And you'll really see me slowing down for the last shot here, trying to focus my breathing. There was a little bit more movement on here, so your heart rate gets up. So just try and calm down and make sure that you can get stable and control that breathing for good fundamentals and breaking clean shots.
You ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Boy, you can barely hear that thing.
I really am. I somehow I make it work. I don't know how.
Impact.
Show that it's clear. Okay.
Impact.
See, it's kind of like the movie Moneyball. There's a randomness, but eventually, it aggregates out.
Real magazine, orange.
Moderate.
Impact. Shooter, stand by. Impact. Oh, that's a wiggly one. Hey. Impact. Impact. Woo. Impact. Impact.
Here.
Impact.
Here, right in your chest.
Impact. Impact.
What's your holder?
Huh?
Grabbing the front of that bag and grabbing.
What's your holder?
Lean forward into the prop, going back on.
Impact. Clean.
Next up is chair up against the wall with the cinder blocks in the chair, and yeah, I don't know what happened here. I was clean up until this point, and just completely whiffed one. I don't want to call it a flyer, but can't really explain what happened on one of these shots. And then saw the wind picking up. Was looking at the mirage, saw the right to left wind sort of picking up and getting heavier, so held a little off right and took the shot, and the bullet went exactly where I was aiming. So go figure. So bad wind call and one errant shot cost me 2 points on this stage.
You ready?
Ready?
Stand by. So, want me to get you a sandwich? You're comfy. Get back.
On the start signal, engage the
Get back. Get back. Back. Get back.
No way. No, that's impossible.
Back. Back.
That's not possible.
So, when you're doing a far target, it's one shot each.
Get back.
1, 2, 2, 2.
Get back. Impact.
Next up is a ladder stage, 2 shots from each rungs, near then far. There's also a 1-inch target on the far double hanger for a bonus that you have to engage once during the stage. And kind of messed up here. Forgot to take out my chamber flag at the beginning of the stage, so you see me reach in, rip that out, and then actually take the magazine out, make sure that the bullet isn't pushed forward or damaged or anything like that. Push it back in, reload. So killed some time there on the clock. Wasn't a problem because I didn't end up timing out, but kind of threw me off a little mentally at the beginning of the stage. So double check your pre-stage checklist before you go up and engage a stage. Whiffed one shot, bad wind call, but only dropped one on this one.
Fine. You ready? Stand by. Look at you stretch.
Impact on the beat. Yep.
Back. Put it where you want it, sir.
Come on.
Back. Back.
Yeah. I made it down the road.
Back.
This is already but it's easy going down there.
Back.
You get to go all the way.
Back.
It's rough on the tall guys. I expect you clean it, no problem.
Alright, shooter, if you have quick fire, ready to deliver.
Whatever he said.
Back.
Impact.
At least our next stage is right here.
Oh, let's get it.
Back.
It is. Look at it.
Oh. Let me guess. Oh, it's the devil. Hey, why out?
Yeah. All the food.
Next up is the rooftop stage and learning from my mistakes from the last match of trying to do it with one bag. That was a dumb idea. I think the way to do this is bipod and rear bag, which is what I did here, and was able to get it clean on this one.
You ready? Stand by.
And then he has the one where adjustable. We did a junior shoot yesterday with like 10 to 17-year-olds and some of the 10-year-olds. So yeah,
Back.
that goes fast. Like for mine, I have to get a link. I have to adjust anything. Yeah. Plates.
See anything down?
But it's quick here. Just
I can't
do
do
it. It's just all off.
Back.
And it's pretty inexpensive with chassis.
You got the glass rope?
You
got it.
I think it's like $500.
Were you holding off right?
In the rear stop. Yeah. And I found that if you go with the this one they have the plastic one, they come down the center.
Yeah.
You get a lot of rail with them.
I swear every time I hit it, it would do something else. Back.
Trying to find something like do.
Back. Yeah. Rope.
Impact.
Here, but it is. It's here. Oh, yeah.
It's that square. Okay, so when you
They
put it
do
inside
sell
out,
one where this is.
there's a pocket.
Yeah, they do.
Pull
It's
it down,
heavier.
shove it in
So
there.
that's 60 pounds per pound.
No, we had kids from 10 to 17 out there. These guys were here. Oh, okay. I was say that. What am I? If we could adjust that, that would really. Yes. Well, you can put an actual AR soft right with a fluffer tube. Right. And then you can adjust like that.
Yeah, when you buy it, you just buy the drum piece, and there's 3 or 4 different variations.
They have one that's getting adjustable.
They are. Yeah, you can get a fluffer tube, which is like $25.
Right. Yeah.
And then get like the Bluth AR sells in a stock that is adjustable.
That's right,
Sorry.
sorry.
Thing. So that would be good.
Next up is another club stage. 90 seconds to go prone. Engage a KYL rack that has 5 targets on it from 2 inches down to half an inch with 2 shots each. And the wind was nobody's friend on this stage. Was lucky to squeak by with a 5 on this stage, which I think was a pretty decent score given the conditions.
You ready? Yep. Stand by.
Looks like the wind now switched right and left. Impact! Impact!
Oh, yeah.
Impact! 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 Five. That's it for 7, Sharon. Nice.
Right edge.
Yeah, it was going
That's
left
your
to right, and
flash,
I started watching the wind. I'm like, nope, nice.
Last up, we have a club stage, basically starting prone behind the rifle. Engage a target with unlimited rounds in 70 seconds, trying to hit it 10 times. The target is a 1-inch target at 120 yards, so way out there. Mirage was heavy by this point later in the day, and wind was not cooperating. So holding between 0.4 and half a mil for wind, but it was greatly helped by an advantage to the CZ platform over other platforms, and that is the ability to use 25 round mags. So obviously this strikes fear into the hearts of many Californians, but 25 round mags for the CZ makes stages like this a little easier, not having to do multiple reloads, but was able to get it done and get all 10 hits off in the time.
All right.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Spotter ready?
We'll be in just 1 second. Okay.
Shooter stand by, engage. is 10.
Nice. I've got to send this one.
Okay.
Back. Nice job, Cyrus.
Are you
Holy
sure this
shitballs.
is set for 70 seconds?
Well, that wraps up the match footage. Thanks for sticking around. I was basically trying to test a few things at this match. Pretty happy with my performance, only dropping a few shots for the day, and was trying some new gear actually at this match. And this was kind of the proving grounds of making my final decisions of what I'm going to take to Nationals. So stay tuned for coverage of that. Nationals is coming up this coming weekend. And we'll be bringing along the trigger cam and my GoPro and all that kind of stuff, trying to bring you match footage. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be a big match. There's going to be a lot of moving parts. So obviously I don't want to slow down any of the other competitors, but I'm going to try and bring you coverage from the stages, much like I do in these match recap videos. It should be a really great time. It's going to be pretty crazy. There's over 250 competitors, 2 days of shooting. It's a whole nother beast versus sort of these monthly matches, but I feel like I'm in a good spot. I feel like my gear is where I need it to be. It's just I have to deliver. I know the rifle's capable. It's just about more of a mental game than anything, and being able to make bold win calls on a range that I have no experience shooting at. So it's going to be a challenge, but it should be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. I'll have many videos, hopefully covering that after I get back. I'll have videos about how to travel with firearms. I'll have videos on all kinds of stuff and all the gear that I end up taking to Nationals and decisions made and all that kind of stuff. Because when you travel for a match, there's certain compromises you have to make. So stay tuned for all of that. Thanks for sticking around. And as always, until I see you next time, score more points.